This is the last primary day, if you can believe it, of this long political season. So is the end near? And is it possible for Hillary Clinton to take superdelegates from Obama at this late date? Bob Beckel is an undecided Democratic strategist and Fox News contributor. How can you still be undecided, Bob?
Well, first of all, let me just say how sad I am about this being the last day, and I'm trying to pick up the broken piece of my life and carry on. Hey, look, serious now. This is the last night we're going to have any votes to talk about until November, man. I mean, that's just ridiculous. We've had something to talk about. We've had millions of people become instant political analysts this whole spring, and now this is it.
I know,
I know you three are particularly upset by it.
We're despondent. But, Bob, don't dodge my question. Surely you have a favorite at this point, as do the superdelegates. Why is everybody so quiet?
I promised Fox that I would stay neutral until after this was over, and I had done that, and I've done it meticulously, as you well know. Yeah, I've had a favorite. I voted in Maryland, but I'm not going to say who it was. Look,
okay.
Let's go to Hillary Clinton, what her situation is.
Hey, listen, let's go to Hillary Clinton, because reportedly she is holed up in her Chappaqua home with Bill Clinton and many of her top advisors. What are they doing today? Are they making phone calls? Are they trying to sway people?
Well, they're taking one last grasp. But I talked to some superdelegates who had gotten calls from them and gotten calls from Obama. The Obama push on them is, look, get on board with me now before the final votes are counted. It'll mean more to me today than it will tomorrow. In her case, she's making one last-ditch effort to see if, A, she can stop those who are undecided from moving, and secondly, are there some Obama people she could break away? Impossible. It will not happen. And so now the question is, what is there available to her? And that then comes down to only two questions, because this will not go on for her beyond this week unless she decides she wants to force herself on the ticket as vice president.
Well, hold that thought, Bob. But that's a tease, because we're going to take a break, and you can tell us what else is available to her and what she might be talking to Barack Obama about, even behind the scenes. So stick around for 1 second.
Bob, I know you got a big day, because don't you have a graduation in your family?
Yeah, I've got a graduation for my daughter this morning. Then I'm on my way to New York, so I could do the special tonight. And I also pass on my happy birthday greetings to Shauna as well. And I'm available at bobbeckelfoxnews.com.
I bet you are. Hey, let me ask you. Can I ask you about something that I read on one of the blogs? I want to say it was Time Magazine. The Halpern page talks about how Hillary and Barack Obama apparently did have a phone call, and he congratulated her on the campaign that she has run thus far. And according to one report, the two of them have also coordinated. Apparently, there are a number of black politicians who have supported her up till now, and she's asking for him to help those politicians going forward, because they're taking some heat from some pro-Obama people.
Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen. There is some truth to that, but what's happened is that Claiborne, who is from South Carolina, the congressman, is coming out today in favor of Obama. You know, he's one of the most powerful blacks in the House, and he will provide that sort of liaison and cover for those people who went with her. The other thing there have been talks about is taking care of her debt. The other thing is that Clinton's advance people have been given notice to all leave the states they're in and either go home or come to the headquarters, which is always a sign of a campaign wrapping up. Now, there is one other thing that I've got to tell you about, which worries me a little bit, and that is because I always hear rumors. I hear thousands of them in the course of a presidential campaign, but this one I have heard from enough sources that worries me. I won't get into details of what it is, except to say that there is some thought that there might be a very big shoe dropping on Michelle Obama tomorrow.
Wait a minute.
And that, yeah, and I can't tell you what it is because I don't want to perpetuate the rumors. But I will tell you this. It is whoever is promoting this thing is doing it in enough ways, in a very smart way, that it gets to me in ways that make me get worried about it.
Okay.
Normally, I don't worry about these things.
But are you suggesting in that case that Hillary Clinton is sticking around to see what that shoe drop will be?
No, because I think from my understanding, it's coming from the Republicans, and they wanted to wait till he wrapped up the nomination. Of course, the stupidity of that is, if there's anything to it, is that if there was something big like that, they could always turn to her to take the nomination. So that's not an issue, which leads me to my other point. The talk about her suspending her campaign, she doesn't need to suspend her campaign. If something happens to Barack Obama, she can get the nomination anyway. But that is to say, if some rumor comes out and there's a real problem. But more than that, the threshold question for her and Bill Clinton today is, do you want to run for vice president? To do so means you have to force yourself on the ballot. She's got a lot of delegates. She could do it. Barack Obama does not want her on the ballot with him, and I'm sure that he's talked to her about that. So that's really the last remaining question. I think what's going to happen is she will embrace him this week and get about the business of healing the party, because if she doesn't, and she's seen to be damaging him, and he loses, she will not be the first in line in 2012.
Right. But Bob, back to Michelle Obama just for 1 second. Is it your understanding that this is bigger than, say, a college thesis paper?
Significantly.
All right. Let's just call you Bombshell Bob Beckel. Bob's going to be back in about 2 hours with more.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Work on your sources. See if you can tell us anything else.
Wake them up right now.
All right, Bob
if I'm
Beckel.
a Republican, I might tell you, but I don't want to do it to my own kind.
Bob, I understand. All right. Thank you very much, sir.